I'll just start talking. So I'm doing The Artist Way. So if you don't know what The Artist Way is, it's a book by Julia Cameron, basically walking you through, like, I guess, finding yourself as an artist. Finding yourself as an artist, I guess, is the term for it. Or something like that. Rediscovering your creativity. Whatever. Why? I'm so spotty. Okay, easily distracted. So anyways, you might be like, oh, why'd you start this? Blah, blah, blah. So I signed up for it last year. They have a class for it at my local library. Signed up for it last year. And I never showed up because I'm a piece of shit, basically. I was like, oh, it's 13 weeks. Like, no. And I don't know what the fuck was going on with me at that time. Like, why I didn't go. But I be on bullshit. Anyways, this year I signed up and I actually did start going. But I don't go every week because I'm alternating between that and Pilates. Because I want to go to fucking Pilates. Like, damn. So I'm thinking, like, whatever. I really don't want to be in this room talking about my feelings. Anyways, started going. I was really feeling like creatively trapped. I'm like, you know, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube content creators, people making whole careers off of this, like being able to pivot into acting and, you know, have their own businesses, which are all things that I've always wanted. And I'm like, I am more interesting than some of these people. I have a better sense of humor than some of these people. I am willing to try more things than some of these people. Like, I don't understand the appeal of a person who has already had money their entire life just go through the moves in their fucking, you know, like Aloe workout set and their Starbucks and their fucking Pilates class and do nothing the rest of the day. Now, mind you, I like coffee and workout sets and Pilates class, as previously mentioned. But I feel like it's different whenever you're watching people who have an actual life do things. If you've never had to struggle for anything, if you never... Why is it giving glass eye? Like, is this eyeball not moving? Okay, I'll watch that back and see if it moves. But, like, basically what I'm trying to say is I think I'm more interested in these people. Can I, you know, drop all the money on the aesthetic that they have? Well, no, because I don't come from a rich family. But do I have, like, heart and scrappiness and authenticity? Yes. And do people care about that? I don't actually know. But, like, do something, you know? You have these thoughts and opinions on it, well, do something. If you think you can do it better, then do it. And I was, like, feeling creatively trapped about it, or, like, maybe just discouraged, because I'm like, oh, fucking 200 views, I'm never getting out of fucking 200 views jail. People I know see this, and they're gonna judge me, which I don't know why the fuck I care, because half these motherfuckers is bums, half these motherfuckers been in my DMs before, and half these bitches are haters, so why do I care? And I know that was 3 halves, but 3 halves sometimes make a whole. Girl, we don't need comments from the peanut gallery. Here she go with this grumbling shit. Oh, okay, thank you. Now she's on the balcony barking at me. Anyways, sir. So basically, I'm just trying to, like, you know, start off the year trying to, like, make myself little goals until this class started. So, like, a habit tracker. I have not been doing too hot on this habit tracker, as you can tell by the 0 checked off YouTube boxes. Last month's tracker was really Look at all those checks. Hell yeah. I was cooking with Crisco last month. But I kind of wanted something that would, like, habit tracker's nice, but just like, I don't know, I wanted to do something more, something different. And I was really feeling in a place where I'm like, I'm trying to make videos, I'm trying to make content, I'm trying to just be a person that connects with people. And I have this inclination to be like, okay, let me see what everybody else is doing, because then I'll do that. And then that's what'll make people watch your shit. And I'm just using content creation as one example. Like, there are other examples of stuff that I can use, but this is just the one that I'm using. But the thing is, it's so, like, saturated of everybody doing the same thing, because everybody has that same idea. Oh, let me do what everybody else is doing, and then that is what's gonna get me blah blah blah. And it's just like this cycle. Anyways, basically, it's just so hard to differentiate yourself, because of this market, because it's so saturated. And and people care so much about stupid shit like looks. Just be like, somebody's pretty and they're just like all for everything they're saying, and they offer actually nothing. No intellectualism, no authenticity, no anything. Like, people are telling Maya Hawke, Uma Thurman's daughter, that she doesn't have enough followers for like a movie part. So like, hearing stuff like that, you just get really discouraged, and you're like, well, fuck, why am I even trying? So anyways, more of the story, that's kind of why I, you know, actually started participating, actually went. I should have went last year. I'd probably be so much further in whatever I was trying to do than I am now. Anyways, all that to say, I feel like there is more that I can offer the world, and I'm just having like trouble unlocking it. And I was hesitant to go in this room and be like, oh, let's talk about our feelings, and let's talk about God, and let's talk about an abundance mindset and all this. And I don't know, it felt very cringy. But I also acknowledge that there's freedom in cringiness. Yeah. You're cringing for them. You're embarrassed. What do you need to be embarrassed for? People be embarrassed for you. They're cringing at you, and you are, making a bag. Anyways, I was very hesitant, and there are a lot of people who are like, oh, it's too late. They can't do something unless they make money from it. Basically, all this capitalistic shit that keeps us trapped and bogged down. And the book talks about like needing support, which is also hard. So the first week is really just kind of like an intro. Like, you figure out morning pages, which your morning pages are basically like, it's like a journal, but yeah, I guess it kind of is like a journal, except there's kind of like less intentionality to it. You're supposed to wake up and just put out all your thoughts, whatever thoughts you're having. If you're like, I can't think of anything, you write a bunch of times, I can't think of anything, I can't think of anything, I can't think of anything, for 3 pages. So it's just supposed to be like stream of consciousness. And the kind of goal is like, hey, let's get everything that's kind of like eating at you, everything that's on your mind, get it out on a piece of paper or into a journal, notebook, whatever, because that's gonna like clear the way for ideas or whatever. So that's kind of what the first week is about. I actually found the morning pages very helpful from jump. I was kind of journaling beforehand. Whenever I was feeling really anxious or really upset or just really irritated, I would journal before I started this. And I think that is super helpful. Getting your thoughts out on paper is super helpful. But also like getting out your hopes and dreams, what you want, on paper is helpful. Like, word is bond, right? Like, from the piece of paper to God's ear is how it be sometimes. I'm tired just thinking about it. But anyway, week 1 also has like a lot of affirmations and stuff. It just walks you through kind of what the process is going to look like, what we're going to be doing, the type of shit that you're going to run into, because looking inward, what's the word? Self-introspection is like, it can be difficult for some people. If you're like, if you want to be an artist but you don't paint or whatever, because every time you paint when you were a child your mom used to beat you or something like that, obviously that's gonna be like painful to dredge up. So I don't even know why the fuck I use that example. Like, anyways, week 1, just an intro. Morning pages, very super helpful. The class I've been going to, I'm behind. We're on week 5. I'm just starting week 3. So I guess I'm just gonna like try to document this week by week and see, keep doing my morning pages and keep reading and keep going to the class and keep doing the tasks that are in the book and see what happens. Now mind you, if you end up deciding to do this or whatever, the book is like 30 years old or something along those lines, so there are going to be some things that don't, I guess, like line up with where we are in the timeline. Like they talk about spelling a lot, like, oh, you're a bad speller. Well, back then at that time, I guess, you know, spell check, Microsoft Word, all this shit wasn't very popular. Some people might have been scared to write because, you know, they're bad spellers and like, oh, what if I look like illiterate or something? So it just gives you a little something to think about if you do decide to end up doing the book. And honestly, this isn't going to be great. These aren't going to be great quality videos. It's kind of just like documentation, I guess. So maybe like in a year I can look back and see like if I've made any type of progress, or maybe even at the end of these 12-13 weeks I'll look back and see if I've made any progress. So yeah, if you're doing the artist way too, yeah, comment. I want to know what other people are trying to do. You don't have to tell me everything, because I know like the morning page and stuff are supposed to be secret or whatever, but I'm interested to see what other people have going on if they're doing it. Taking the class is actually very nice. Seeing other people be vulnerable and just talk about their breakthroughs and their interpretations of the reading, it's kind of nice. So I'd be open to hearing what other people have to say about it. So that's gonna be it for this one, and then I'll talk about week 2, which I'm also behind in recording. So I'll talk about the weeks as I go, and hopefully I'll catch up to where everything is flowing with everything else and I'm all on the same week across all 3 things.